Hi everyone, I'm Anushree and I welcome you all to my card making tutorial for Craftangle's design team. Today I'll be making these three cards where I have used a single stamp set along with a single stencil. Products which I have used are Friends Forever stamp set from Craftangles and masking stencil oval from Craftangles. Let me open it and show you what all is there in this stencil set. There are these three cutout masks, the small one, the medium size and the larger one. Let's say the largest one. There are three outline masking stencil also. This one is the smallest, then the medium size, and this last one is the largest outline masking stencil. Now this is my first card where I have used an outline masking stencil. To make it, I'm using Craftangle's A2 card notelets. I have attached it to my mat using the washi tape. Let's choose the stencil. I'll go with the medium size outline masking stencil. My paper is already attached on the mat and I'll attach the stencil also so that it doesn't move anywhere while I'm doing the inking on it. Once all is attached, I am using Distress Ink Cracked Pistachio shade with Craftangle's blending brush. Using this paper from Craftangles along with the blending brush, my inking is super easy right now. I get the right shade on the whole of the mask without any patches, let's say the patchy ink blending. Let me show you by removing it. You can see it's all even and the way I wanted it. Let me show you a closer look. I have chosen this stamp set, the smaller image, where I have stamped it separately on a cardstock off screen and colored it using alcohol markers. I've used shades of green for this. I'll use this sentiment. I have stamped the sentiment also on a separate cardstock, which I'll be adhering everything later. But before moving forward, I want to add some splatters, some watercolor splatters of green color. I'm using this watercolor pen where taking out the color is much easier. You can see the splatters are neat, and when I remove the stencil, the mask, my white remains white. Now it's time to attach my paper or my card on the card base. I've chosen an olive color card base for this one. I'm using glue to attach it, and for the images I'm using foam tape. I'll place it here. For the sentiment, I am going to add a bit of alcohol marker green color on the sides, just to add some color to the sentiment, to highlight it as well. To attach it again, I'll be using the foam tape. I think this looks good here. Now I'll add some enamel dots in green color to add a bit of interest to the card. This completes my card here. Going forward is my second card where I have kept a blue theme, and I have used a cutout mask for this particular card. This is my card base, and this one is the medium size cutout mask To attach it, use the washi tape from the back side, how I'm doing it, so that we do not get patches while we are doing the ink blending. So you can see how I have attached this cutout mask. I'll go forward using the Distress Ink Mermaid Lagoon, which is the blue shade, with the blending brushes, Craft Angles blending brushes. I'm going to apply ink on the paper. Even when I have attached the mask with the washi tape, I'll still hold it up a bit so that it doesn't move. I'll be adding some water splatters on this card, then the colored ones as I have done it before. After adding enough water splatters, you can use any kind of cloth to wipe, or let's say do not wipe it actually, just put the cloth on top of it to dry it up. Time to remove the mask. See how neatly it has come out. I have stamped this image again from the same set separately and colored in alcohol markers. I'll be attaching it using the foam tape, and my white space will totally deserve this particular image. It's looking very nice there. For the sentiment part, I'll go right in the center below the image. Let me stick one more. Okay, here it goes. This is my card base and I've already attached the enamel dots on this base and then it's time to glue it up to the main card base. I've chosen a bit of brownish or craft, let's say, cardstock. This completes my card here. Now is my third card and the chosen color is a pink, which you can already see. I've tried a very different technique for this, so let's start. Let's stick the paper again on the mat using the washi tape. This helps me in sticking also, and this particular washi tape is going to give me a mask, a straight mask, where I'll not cross that line, I'll keep that portion white. The smallest outline mask which you can see also has very small ovals there. So I wanted to use that, and to do that first I have used a wand lipstick Distress Ink for the base. This is light toned or soft toned pink color. To do the stenciling on top of this, I've chosen a darker tone color. So this one is Picked Raspberry, which is darker than my base color, and I'm going to do the stencil, these small bits here and there, making a pattern. So the stencil I really like because there are so many ways we can use these different sizes ovals. So you can see I have created a pattern. My washi tape will help me not crossing that line from there, and my white space, I'll get some white space to put the image and the sentiment neatly. Now let's remove it from the mat, and I'll remove the washi tape to show you how it's looking. Go slow while removing the washi tape, sometimes even the paper comes out. So you can see a portion of it is distressed nicely. I'll go with the same image again, colored in Copic markers, stamped separately and done. I'm going to attach it using the foam tape as before. This time I'm going to stamp the sentiment directly on the paper. Let's place it and see how we can stamp it, and where we could stamp it, I would say. I'm using a VersaFine ink for stamping this in black color. This reads as I'm so glad you are mine. Looks incomplete. Yes, we have to add one more word, which is friend. I have stamped it on a separate sheet, cut it out, and adding a small bit of pink outline to make it stand out a bit. This friend word I'm going to adhere using the foam tape. So first I'm attaching the sentiment, I'm completing the sentiment part so that I know where I'm going to attach my image and it doesn't cover up or hide the sentiment. So here it's fine, it's the sentiment is visible properly. Now it's time to attach this sheet on the main card base. Here we go. I'm using glue to attach it. This completes my card. So all three complete, and now it's time to show you all the three. These three I made during this tutorial. Hope you enjoyed the tutorial and liked it, inspired by it. Thank you once again. Bye bye.